I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it.
All right, we're live. Hello everyone, thank you for joining again. So continuing on the previous streams, we're still doing this project that is about the city. So we have building. Oh hey, how are you? Let's go. Yeah. Sorry, the first name I can't read it. It's Japanese or like Mandarin, I don't know. Hey Yamraj, how are you doing? So yeah, we are doing this building. I already. Hey Dylan, what's happening today? Shouldn't you guys be sleeping? Yeah, that's awesome. No stress. Hey, okay, so I started this building off stream because I wasn't in the mood to stream for it. So I was just like building it out. Also, I don't have a design. So this is part of a. Oh, hi Pochan. Yeah, like your picture is a. It's different. Anyway, happy to see you guys, the gang. Yeah, so okay, so when I'm streaming to myself, I'm used to it, so I can talk freely. When I have people over, I get a bit confused, but that's fun. So yeah, we're doing this thing, and this is inspired from like these kind of designs. Let me show you guys. So we kind of have a lot of these buildings here in my country. I know this is China, I think, but yeah, so this is kind of like the slum area, and this is part of this project that I've been doing. I've been posting on Threads a lot about it. Is the project where I talk about my city, and I'm kind of doing like maybe 4 to 5 scenes. I started doing them as a sketch first. Let me see where the sketches are. Yeah. So if you take around my city, what kind of stuff you would see, it's kind of turning into dystopian fantasy. And later on, maybe we will do this more of a world building where we like actually do it looks like Hong Kong. So yeah, we actually do like more of integrating this kind of dystopian like elements into it. But for now, I'm just doing the study. Like I'm focusing on building the scenes as 3D scenes in Blender. So the first thing that we did, of course, was the moped, which is already available for free. Everybody can download it. I think some of you did. And now I'm doing this building, which is kind of in the back. So this scene is maybe more about a dude, like how like we have some sort of a I don't know, thugs who provides electricity privately for the neighborhoods because we don't have utility. So they kind of control what time the electricity come and goes, how much they want to charge for it. They're like the mobs. So anyways, like today we're focusing on this, and of course a lot of elements should be like these kind of small AC compressors. Like you have columns everywhere, you have some sort of drainage maybe later on. The balconies aren't that, like the buildings are not well maintained, so of course you're gonna have the water tanks on the floor, a lot of solar panels because a lot of people are done with these kind of like setups where they have to pay for money and they don't have proper electricity, so they're installing solar panels. Anyway, this is not designed. I started just doing like from my previous experiences. Let me do it like this. Maybe it's clearer. Let me hide this. So because I'm an interior architect, I kind of like can wing these like I can just do it quickly in a sketchy way. So this is the first floor, the interior of it, and then you have the ground floor, which is more of the shops. So right now, what I want to do is maybe detail more the AC stuff, add the windows, add maybe the like some details for the stores, and maybe add some accessories on the building, like the wires. Of course, there's a lot of wires everywhere. Let's see what kind of elements we can see in here. So yeah, first, like you have the clothing outside, you have a bit of plants because some people are trying to integrate some plants into their lives, even though it's a mess. You have these kind of curtains, which are old, so maybe some curtains as well, some sort of a metallic protection because there are a lot of thieves. It's like these are poor neighborhoods, and like of course you have the cable dishes. How did not? Well, yeah. So basically, I'm doing interiors because I want to share these as assets. So like I'm just going the extra mile if someone wants to integrate it in a different way in their project, games, or whatever. So yeah, let's see what should we start first. I think I want to start by closing off the windows, and I wanna also include windows on this side. So what I was thinking of is that you kind of go up to the roof with a ladder in here because there isn't space to add another stairs. So you include like a metallic ladder in here and you go up the roof. That's completely normal in my building. We have this stuff. Like we don't have like all of this building regulation. Who cares about OSHA and all of that stuff? We can do whatever we want. So yeah, the thing is about Blender is it doesn't have proper CAD modeling stuff like the Autodesk softwares. This is a built-in tool that you can turn on if you go to edit mode and you click on this button. Let me see if I can make this a bit bigger first, maybe 2x2 so you guys can see a bit better. So yeah, if you press on this, which looks like the edit button in here, there is the edge length, the face area, like you can turn on some stuff that will show on screen. So this will show us like the dimension of the wall so I can quickly make decisions. Change TV. What's TVS? I didn't get it. Ah, you're changing. Okay. I read it as bro. By the way, I have the fan turned on. Is it picking up in the mic? Is it bothering? Do we have a sound coming through the mic? Okay, so this is 1 meter 65 centimeters. So if you want to do like the main door in here, it's approximately 90 centimeter from concrete to concrete, or 1 meter. So to have a 1 meter wall, the easiest thing to do is just to add a section in the middle and then bevel it by 50 centimeters, or maybe bevel it by 1 meter. Okay, so this, for some reason, is 95 centimeters. I don't know why, even though we were very clear about the bevel. So 1 meter. I'm not sure why. Maybe we should be clear about some more stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure why Blender isn't accurate about this stuff, which is kind of a, I don't know. It would be nice to use this tool for more than this stuff, like to use it professionally, but because of some of this stuff, you still have to, like consider it. There is a bridge for the faces also. I don't know. Okay, so let's just delete the faces and delete these faces and just fill it. So now we have an opening for a door. Let's do an opening for windows. So let's Alt Q to this. Bochan, I miss you, man. I'm not sure if you're listening right now, but I do. Yamraj, the article that you have with Ethel is amazing. So maybe a window of 1.5 meters. Okay, this is too big. Control B. What happened? So 0.75. Yep. It should be here. delete these faces, fill that wall, and yeah man, it's all in the details. So Alt Z for going X-ray, then one for the vertices, and then just so the again Blender isn't about accuracy, it's about capturing the mood. Yeah, she's amazing. She's doing great stuff for the community, and all of that, like I can understand how much work goes into this stuff. So she's doing great. I'm glad to see you featured over there as well. All right, back to this. So just add another window in here. So again, these are arbitrary, like we don't, in reality, we don't plan any of these. So why plan it in 3D? Just keep it authentic. So just close this stuff. Go top view. Double G to slide along the window. Let's see. Okay, so top view again, add that again. I think we're in here. So this is the thing, if you want to slide, sometimes it doesn't work properly. Let's try to do it differently. I have to press Alt. Yeah. So that's this. I don't know if the shadows are annoying, or maybe because it's white, I'm not sure. It's a bit, let's see if we do random. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it flat, let's keep the shadows, that's fine. Let's maybe reduce a bit the opacity of the shadows. And yeah, that's okay. Alt H to bring everything back. And yeah. So Windows, let's have some inspiration from Pinterest. Okay, so it doesn't have to be very complicated. It could be something like this. Just a simple frame, white frame. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I think to do it, we should duplicate the whole thing. Let me do that. Let me Shift D the whole thing, right click, so we have a copy. So now I have two of the building. Go to edit mode. Pick all of this stuff. Starting with this window, invert selection, and delete everything. Should delete everything. Or maybe there are hidden faces. Yeah, there are hidden faces. So pick all of this stuff, invert selection, X, delete all the faces. I'm not sure what is this. Maybe that's an edge. So delete this edge. Okay. Delete these edges, we don't need them. And okay, so now we have this, the inner part. I think we should make it smaller, so let's do a loop in the middle. Then let's bevel this loop to make it become approximately 6 centimeters, which should be maybe 0.03. So this time it worked, it is 6 centimeters. I'm not sure why sometimes it doesn't. So let's just press Alt. No, with this face and then Alt, I don't know. Okay, so it doesn't wanna do this, so delete this, faces. I think a solidify modifier should give it thickness. Let me try. Yeah. So should be around. This is the first frame. First frame. I'm looking at my house right now. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure there are different ways. So let's do maybe 8 centimeters. So we have that frame. I'm gonna change the material. Okay, let's name it first. F2, let's call it window. Just let's name this to call it building. So this is create a new material. Let's call it just window frames for now, maybe. Give it some color. I'm on flat, so it's not gonna work. If I do random, maybe. Let's do random, just to see the differences. So we have this frame right now. It has this solidified material. It's at 8 centimeters, 8 by 6. So maybe we do it 6 by 6. All right, let's apply. Let's Control A, apply the scale as well, just to make sure that it doesn't behave weirdly. So the scale and the rotation, let's keep it rotation. Let's keep the rotation, maybe we'll use this. Then we can select all of these faces. Insert. No, not invert, insert. I, not Control I. And just put any number and then we can fix it from here. Maybe 1 centimeter will do, maybe less, maybe more. Yeah, let's do it 1 centimeter. Or maybe 12 millimeters. Yeah. Then we can extrude by double clicking. Not double clicking. So let's do right click, extrude along normals. Maybe by 1 centimeter as well, but to the inside. So let's do this. Oh, talking and working at the same time. So mine is 0.02. Yeah. Let's go back to the material part, object. So what's happening right now is that we have this works like a frame right now. So I did it 8 centimeter. I think this is too small. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is too small because we need to add 2 frames. So the best way to do this is like 6. Yeah, it should be around 12 centimeters. I haven't done this in a while, so I forgot it. Let me hide the edge length for now. So let's pick these vertices. Yeah, yep, top view, and then extrude along, not extrude, move along the X or the Y. Yeah, maybe by like 8 centimeters. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. So I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna go to the front view, move it on the Z axis, then go to the top view, move it on the Y axis or the X axis, like this. All right, then let's scale it on Y, like this. It should be both sides. And then we should make it approximately at the center. The best way to do this is to press Alt Q and then add an edge loop to the frame so we can tell where the middle is. Then Alt Q again. Then move that on the X, on the local X, to be here. Yep. So, and then you have this, it should come up a bit. And if you remove the wireframe, so this is the first sliding door leaf. If you want to call it like this, then just, I think, yeah, just instead of copying, instead of Shift D, I think we can press Alt D. Yeah. So this is creating an instance, not a copy. So when everything happens to one instance, it will be applied to the second one. And move it like this. Top view. I've been doing architecture 3D stuff for maybe 15 years now. So this is why this stuff come a bit easier than organic or like cars or motorcycles or whatever. Alright, so this is how it looks. We need to add the glass. But should we add more stuff? Let me see first. So if you look at these, they have like a fixed part, but this is because they are high. Our doors are around 220 centimeters, which is 2 meters 20 centimeters, which is the limit. So we cannot add fixed parts. But I think we should make the frames a bit thicker because the thin ones are more expensive, and we're assuming that this is a poor neighborhood, so it shouldn't be like the high-end profile. So let's make it bigger. Without any accuracy. So we said on the X local, yeah. And on the local X like this. Yep. Yeah, much better. Alright, let's add the glass to these doors. So top view and edit mode. I think we can just extract it from here. Yeah. So again, just like we did with the door frames, what we can do is we can duplicate the whole thing. We can isolate it. Then we can select the inner faces, just these two facing each other. This and this. Invert, delete. Then go to edge mode. What the hell is happening? I picked the wrong faces. What did I pick? Should pick this and this. Yeah, invert, delete faces, then edges, this and this. Let's just continue the fill and hide everything. Top view, it's in here. What I have to do is just scale it because the glass isn't that thick. Why aren't you working? Oh, okay, so let's scale it in the edit mode on the Y local. So let me position it also properly. So yeah, it is centered. Just extend it a bit inside of it. All right. And then just copy paste it into the second one. Again, Alt D instead of Shift D. Alt Z to see the X-ray, 7 for the top view. I'm a bit clumsy with the Blender, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Yep. So we have the first set of windows. I'm not sure if I can just attach everything together so I can just reuse it here. I'm pretty sure these are not the same sizes, so I have to do some changes. But I'm considering just joining everything and just like stretching stuff apart just so it can be quicker. So yeah, let's do that. So let's just join everything together. So it's just one. I'm still missing the frame. That's the frame. So this is just one thing. Maybe we should assign a different material to the glass right now, just because it will be easier to do. So create a new material, assign a new material. To make it first, before assigning it, let's call it glass. Anything goes for now, and to be sure, just go for studio and maybe like this. So yeah, this is the window, this is the glass. Let's do something. It's brighter. Save. And just make sure it's in the proper place. I think I'm gonna center it like this. Shift D. Move it here. So for this, they are the same size. So that works. Okay. Let's do the other sides. So pick this and this, isolate. So this is the boring part. Like we're just duplicating stuff. So press D goes to the solid just because I can have an X-ray view. I'm not sure if in the material preview there is one. Doesn't seem like it. X-ray not available in current mode. Okay, so it's not. So go to the solid mode. Don't duplicate everything. Delete that. 7 for the top view. Shift D. Rotate it. Okay, so set origin to geometry. Rotate it by 90 degrees, or maybe no, it's not a corner. So I think we just have to do it visually. I'm not sure if just 2 frames would do here, maybe 4 is better to look more realistic. So first, let's adjust the height. So I think if you press Shift Tab and Shift Tab, I wanna fixate this. So this on the Z, Shift Tab. It's not working. Okay, it worked. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of doing, let me unhide everything. Instead of doing only two windows, I want to do 4. So for that, I think first I need to pick the frames. So to pick the frames, the easiest thing to do is to select the windows, Control L, hide them. And now I have access only to the frames. Go back to the solid mode and take this part and see if I can't slide it. If I can, yeah, I can move it locally, which is great. So this is why I didn't apply the transformation of the rotation. It's not showing here, and that's because I still want to have access to this local axis. That will help me a lot. So this is this. Then I need to remove this edge just the edge. Control X to also dissolve the vertices. And I wanna cut, add 4 cut loops, just to make them like the indication for where the windows should be. So I can unhide everything, go to add, edit mode, and then top view, select this first, maybe with the glass as well. So Shift Ctrl L and just move it on the X, yeah. And then select these vertices, move them on the X. Approximately in here. I can delete this. Or maybe, no, these are these instances? I'm not sure. Are they moving together? Not anymore. Okay, that's fine. So let's pick this. So they're no longer instances because they're joined in one object, which makes sense. So pick these two and just duplicate them. And then pick these, move them down on the X here, and then these on the X. These are properly centered, and if you press Z, go to the material preview. This is what we have. Maybe black is too much. It's killing the vibe. So we have that done. Let's do, this is gonna be one leaf, and maybe this is gonna be like one fixed and one like an open, maybe not sliding doors. Maybe some sort of a pivoting door. Anyway, let's take one of these, go to the solid top view again, X-ray, Shift D, set the origin to geometry. Also for these, let's do this, set origin to geometry, set the origin to geometry. Let's pick this back again. The view rotated 90 degrees, but it doesn't really matter. So this should be a pivoting door. And what I'm thinking is to make a fixed section, which is maybe 1/3 of it. So to do that, that should be super simple. Just move this here. And I think what I want to do is take these guys without this, move it here, Control L, move it backwards, and then select these, Control L, and center both of these. Shouldn't be centered actually, it should be aligned with one of the edges so we can add the hinges. Maybe it should open to the outside because these are small houses. So details. So let's do this. Control Alt to select everything, Shift select, Control Alt to select everything, push it here. So this is what I meant. Go to the rendered view. I could add something. And let's do the last window. for this one, go back solid, top, X-ray, just pick the window, back to the top view, Shift D. It should be this opening, yep. So I think too small sliding would look fine here, it's fine. So let's select this and this, Ctrl-Alt-X, delete the faces, and let's remove the edges, Ctrl-X, Ctrl-X, Alt selection, Ctrl-X. Let's position that in the middle right here. This is the window, right? Yep. Tab. Let's move these on the local X somewhere here. Just remove this on the local X and then move this also on the local X. And if you wanna get the middle, sorry. What? So I wanna center these, and the best way to do it is to add a loop cut here, and just go back to the top view, local X again, and that's it. That's the window. Should we add some windows on the back? No, let's keep this closed. It's fine. I can add maybe some like accessories in here, like maybe a car parking, some water tanks. I don't know, let's see. Okay, so let's finish the windows and move on to something else. Solid. Shift D. Rotate origin to geometry. Also for this one, set origin to geometry. Ctrl A, apply the scale, apply the scale, apply the scale. I'm sure here you have scale applied. Let's apply the scale on the building as well. On the balcony, whatever you can. So, rotate. Doesn't really matter. In the middle, these two on the local X, and these two on the local X. Pick this edge, remove it, add a new one, just so we can be in the dead center. And then on the local X, what did I select? Should remove this. Okay, I don't know. I've selected something else that I shouldn't have, so. Okay. Just visually, that's fine. Duplicate it here. Go to the tab, remove this edge again, Ctrl X, go back to the vertices. It should rotate it a bit. And add a loop cut. Alt select, Ctrl X to origin, and that's it. These are all the windows. We should add some metal, something metallic maybe, like these. So forget about this. This is done. Back. Okay, so if we want to add some metallic structures, where should we add it? Because I think it makes sense somewhere here. Not for safety reasons, but maybe just for some aesthetics. I think I'm gonna do that. So let's do this. Go to solid top view. Okay, let's do this again. Shift D, right click, delete, isolate, pick the faces, invert, delete everything. Alright, so maybe we need to add a, let's add a cut in here, remove these, try to straighten this up. If you press E, you keep it even without, like, if you slide it, it will try to conform to the shapes, but if you press E, it will keep its shape. Anyway, let's remove this, add an edge in here, bevel it by maybe 2 centimeters, inverse the selection, first go to faces, inverse selection, delete the faces, and extrude something like this. Okay, but I think it should be, let's go back. Let's try to make it here, between the column and the floor. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Just how I usually do stuff. Go back to the Z-axis. I still have maybe 30 minutes for this. Alright, now what? Now we should subdivide. So first, is it just vertical or should we do it on both axes? So yeah, I think just vertical is fine. So maybe we don't need, maybe we don't need the thickness. So maybe we just okay with one face, because I will add maybe the lattice modifier to it later. And the easiest way to do it is just to add some loop cuts. Let's hide everything so we can see what we're doing. So yeah, something like this. And let's add, is it called the wireframe modifier? Yeah. You should see it in edit. It should keep the boundaries. What's the difference between relative and something is happening in here? Doesn't really matter. So this is the relative, this is the even. Okay, no offset, I guess. Material offset, no need. So if we crease the edges, maybe if we add the subdivision modifier, with crease, without crease, yeah. So with crease, it will preserve its shape. And yeah, to have a bit more structure. So maybe 2 centimeters is a bit little. Let's do it. Let's add some 5 millimeters to it, and this should add maybe a vertical cut somewhere in here, and maybe somewhere in here, just for aesthetics. Or maybe we should move it to the other side. Yeah, let's do this. Let's move it here. It might look like a weird decision, but believe me, we do have a lot of these in here. All right, so curtains would add a lot of aesthetics also in here. The thing is, it should be done with a cloth simulation, which I don't know how to do yet. I need to Google this. So technically, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm just gonna like, just give it a try. If you add something like this and you subdivide it, so subdivide number of cuts, something like this. And if you go to physics, cloth, we need to add some, we need to pin some edges so it doesn't, I have no clue, to be honest. Mark crease, mark seam, edge slide, edge slip, I have no idea. So it's somehow we should run a simulation. Internal pressure, cut, shape, collision. Yeah. So I think if I assign a group to these vertices, so I can assign this to it, I should somehow be able to inform the physics engine of Blender to keep these without affecting the simulation. I don't know how, and I don't know how to run the simulation actually. Yeah, I have no clue. Just falling. Actually, it is. If you look, there's like a purple something in here. It is running the simulation. Maybe it's not intersecting with anything. That this is what's happening. So I think what, yeah. Alt middle mouse button. We should clear it. Delete all bakes. Collision shape. Oh, so pin groups. Let's do it. Group 1. Let's add some pressure. Let's run the simulation. Nothing's happening. Let's do it again. Yep. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's just be clear. That's cool. It's an illusion of wind. I have no idea what I'm doing. So maybe we should add some shear, some bending. Yeah, anyway, let's do this off stream. But this is how I'm gonna do curtains next time for anyone who's interested. Okay, so let's do some shop signs for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna again duplicate the whole thing, isolate it, and we're gonna extract these faces, we're gonna delete everything else, we're gonna unhide the other faces, also delete them, we're gonna select the edges that we don't want, delete them. So this is what we end up with. Go to edit mode, vertices, and pick the vertices that we want to push down. So what's happening? Okay, let's undo a bit. Okay, so we have some extra vertices that we need to remove. Control X, and I'm dissolving these vertices. It's the same thing as right clicking and X and dissolve the vertex. So Control X is dissolving the vertices. So picking these ones and just making sure everything is the same height. All right, so the signage, I think it should be a bit messy. So let's start with this one. I'm assuming like this is gonna be some sort of a box. So let's add a, let me see if the solidify will work for this one. So for now, everything will be even. for now. So just a 30 centimeter extrude. Let's apply it. And let's start working with the first one. Okay, let me pick this and this. Go top view. Pick this one. Alright, rotate a bit. So let's Google some stuff first. Let's go look for old shops exteriors, for example. Let's see. Just trying to get some inspirations. So it's nice to have these kind of extensions, curtains. But of course it will be messy, not clean. Yeah, let's look at this stuff. So this is cool where you have this kind of doors, the I don't know what they called, and like this is the place of the signage that I'm trying to do. It's like metallic painted, and then they paint on top of it whatever they want. These are fun to have as well, the small signages. The metal on front of the door is also nice. This kind of stuff. This is a good image. This is a good reference. So let me save this. On the desktop, of course. Yes. This is also cool. They have this kind of wooden board on front of this glass doors, just because like, this is a very old shop and they're just closing it. Okay, so we have different ideas. So this is a bit too much. Let's push it like this and like this. For this one, I'm gonna keep it like this. So the idea is just to create some variety. Maybe for this one, we don't add a signage. So remove this face. And for this one, let's try to push it downwards a bit, just to break the evenness of stuff. And maybe make it smaller. Alright. Let's add some of the metallic doors, the one that circuits like rolls, the rolling doors, the rolling shutters actually, that's what they're called. So to do that, okay. So I think I'm gonna add a. What's happening? Why do we have this edge? What does it serve? So this edge is not important. Just some cleanup. This edge also doesn't. Let's Alt H everything just to make sure. So this edge, yeah. I think it was used for something, but now it isn't, so we don't need it. And then let's select everything, press merge vertices by distance, just to be sure that everything is merged. Maybe this one, we can remove it from here. It's still not cutting through. And I think the issue is these, but it's fine, we can maybe create a cut in here. What I'm trying to do is creating the box of the rolling shutter, so the rolling shutter goes inside of a box. So I'm trying to add this this little detail in here. I'm just gonna do it visually for now. Alright, this is enough, and then shift tab, just align this with this, then bring the knife and cut it like this. Then I don't actually need these, but I'm gonna keep them. Let's keep them for now. You know what, let's cut it all the way through just to have a clean topology for now. That should snap somewhere, I don't know. I think what we can do is this, and then we can take this one on the Z, shift tab. For some reason this is higher than this, I think I know why. Anyway, what we can do is select all of this, zoom, scale on the Z axis by 0, and everything is on the same height. What's happening in here? Yeah, we're missing a nudge. So all of this is to get these guys. They're too high, so let's push it down a bit. So yeah, so all I'm trying to do is just to separate. Okay, let's do it just from the outside for now, doesn't matter. Just to separate these guys. So first thing first, we need to cut this like this and remove this edge, this face. Alright, P, separate the selection. So we now have these boxes. This is where the rolling shutter rolls, so this can be a different material. So if we go back to this image that we saved somewhere, where are you? This image, yeah. So here it's not showing, but if you can look, this is where the box is actually, maybe it's hidden behind, but I think in here, like, you have a box where this rolling shutter goes into it, and you have like rails and some sort of lock systems. So let's start with all of that. So now this will have a different material. So let's call this rolling shutters, rolling shutters boxes. So if you go to the material preview, this should be here. Object mode. So this should be for what's happening. Oh, okay. So this would be, we need to have a new one here. This would be the building. This would be the rolling shutters. The signages are fine. It's almost 1 hour. I'm gonna do 10 more minutes, just add the sliding edges, and we're gonna call it the day for now. Okay, so first let's do one. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's do just one, I think. Or maybe we can do this. Let's do just one. So okay, let's shift the whole thing. Isolate, delete this edge. I'm not sure what this edge is. I think I should check it out in the main one as well. So there seems to be an edge somewhere in here. Just investigating this edge. Yeah, so these are not, yeah. This is the issue. So let's merge this. And what's happening in here? Yeah, so that's the issue. Alright, so if we add the loop cut here and the loop cut here, and then just bevel this by maybe 4 centimeters. Yeah. Delete the extra faces. Add a solidify modifier by maybe also like 4 centimeters, maybe more. So these are the rails. Yep. Let's apply. You need to apply in object mode. Then let's go maybe back to the solid view, top view, edit mode, edges. Add an edge in here, bevel it by how much? 3 centimeters, yeah. Yeah. The same thing in here. Bevel 3 centimeters. Then select these two faces and extrude the long normals by -4. That's fine. Delete these faces, this and this. Again, this and this. Let's do it from the top view, maybe it's easier. Yep, solid. Just fill these gaps if they are necessary. So we end up with this rail. Material preview, let's give it a material. Let it be the rolling shutters. Let's move it to the outside. So what we can do is maybe go to vertices, G, Shift Tab, and yeah, snap them. And the same thing, it's snapped on the Z axis. Shouldn't have, but that's fine. So the next thing to do, solid top. I think we can do what I have been doing all this time. So duplicate the rails, isolate them, pick the inner faces, delete the rest. There should be a way to bridge this to this. I don't know. I don't know what's the shortcut. You know what? Let's do this. How to bridge faces in Blender. Ctrl E is the special menu. Edge slide, edge crease. These are all edges, bevel edges. Ctrl F. Faces, okay. Extrude faces. Weld, intersect, beauty. Maybe it's an add-on. Triangulate, solidify. No idea. So maybe we can bridge edge loops instead of faces, yeah. So select these edges, Ctrl E, bridge edge loops. Nope. Nope. Anyways, let's not waste time. I need to, that's another thing to, so we have first the close simulations and now how to bridge these. Anyways, top view. Top view first, let's pick this. Top view, and then scale on the local Y by a little bit. And then what we can do later, I'm gonna stop now. We're gonna add some more loop cuts in here. So we can create the illusion of a storefront. I think I'm gonna do this one closed. Maybe this one I'm gonna work on the interior. So maybe we'll just close these two faces and do more work on this one. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys. Thank you Pochan, Dylan, Yamraj. I don't know who's still here. Thank you very much. I appreciate you even for stopping by. That's amazing.